Hello YouTubers, Trons here, playing some more Minecraft. And usually when I make one of these videos I have either a neat build or a redstone contraption to show off to you. But today's a bit simpler. I'm actually going to show off a use for a fairly typical thing, the bow. And well, this bow in particular, it's not special, except that it's enchanted in a special way, and it really allows you to fly really far when you're wearing Elytra. So let me show you first what it's all about, and then how you can make a bow like this one. And let's just get back here, normal view. And I have this named a flying bow, and really you want three main things with it. You want it to be a punch 2 bow. It really helps if it's infinity, otherwise you're going to need a whole lot of arrows. And then you kind of want it to be have the Mending enchantment as well. I also have Unbreaking 3 on it, which means I can use it a lot more often before I need to repair it with the Mending enchantment. But basically, when you are wearing Elytra wings, using this bow, you can actually shoot yourself, and the punch effect gives you a really big boost. And using this big boost, then, you can get flying really way high up in the sky. So I'm going to demonstrate it, and then try to explain the technique, and then I'll show you how to craft one of these bows for yourself. There's a few different ways to do it. I'll show you the method I did, and then also explain a other pretty decent way of doing it. And so let's start off here by jumping off. I'm going to do this in first person. I may later switch to the third person view, but I'm more comfortable doing it in first person. But I'm just going to run and jump, and then hit space again to start flying. And then basically, I'm going to shoot the bow slightly up, maybe 10 degrees. And with your movement speed and a little bit of delay from when the arrow actually fires, you wind up shooting yourself. Now, if you're traveling in an upward direction, you need to aim a little bit higher. If you slow down and start falling, you may need to aim a little bit lower, even like as far as 10 degrees down. But you'll notice if you see the arrows like going over your head, you need to aim lower. And if you see them going kind of under you, that means you need to aim higher. So let's try this out. All right, we're flying, and basically you want to do as low power shots as possible. You can see that was below. Now that was above, and there we go, another hit. It also really helps, and like once you start going, if you look up, that's when you'll gain a lot of height. If you want to gain height, like I said, it was trying to say, it also helps if you have projectile protection pants. You won't take as much health damage. Unfortunately, I have projectile protection on my chest plate, and not my pants, but that's where stake comes in. With the healing rate of saturation of 1.9, oh, that was a few good hits, you'll heal right back up real quick. Now, with those good hits, I should be near... Here we go. I will fly over that beacon beam, which means I am above 256. Oh, I'm beginning to fall. There we go. And there we go. We just flew right over that beacon beam. And with this, as long as you have enough food, and I have a lot of... Well, 20 stakes is quite a bit. I should be able to fly basically forever, so I'm going to attempt to remove... Oh, come on. Alright, we're going to put the crosshair back. Actually, I do want to have the crosshair, not the screenshot button. Yeah, the one problem is you kind of turn into a pincushion. But I'm going to attempt to fly to all the major sightseeing points of this server. There we go, another good hit there. Now over here is a there we go, it's coming in here. Really cool build. I'll fly past it again in a moment, just after. This is an in-progress build, a sneak preview. Both of these are done by WhatsApe, a player on the server. Okay, you can see as my legs are wiggling, that means I'm beginning to fall. Or stall, I should say, which means I probably need to aim a little lower. There we go. Really, really detailed build out there. And come on. Have to go a little higher, a little lower. There we go. There we go. 3 good hits. Should allow me to get a lot of height. And I believe I need to... Yes. I want to follow that little road back. Let's eat. A little hard, at least on a server, to see ahead, especially with the way chunks are loaded in, but I think on single player it's a lot easier. The chunks basically load instantly. I want to fly past here. I'm not entirely sure who built this, but they have a really nice base built into the mountain there. Here's my spawn area base. Come on, a little higher. There we go, and let's eat before we kill ourselves. I'm now going to head out to our Guardian farm, and then past Shadowdane's place. Shadowdane is the guy who runs the server. Here is our Guardian farm, our big collection area, and here's the actual farm itself. And this loading in here, there's Shadowdane's mountain house. Come on. The only thing you want to be careful of is you don't really want to fly over like any farms with animals or any like villages, because you don't want to drop your arrows and hurt any of the animals or villagers or anything like that. Alright, let's... There we go. 2, 3, 4. That was really good. Someone else has built over here. We've got this nice... that spawn is right over here now. Someone also built a nice little lake underwater base. Sun is going down. Let's follow the path this way. We got a pyramid also built out here. Come on. There we go. Oh. Come on, can we get one more hit? It's a mob farm that I built, and it doesn't work that great. Rates are pretty low for some reason. Haven't figured it out. Someone else is building a chessboard out here. Heat again. And I'm going to go back. Come on. Someone else has a glass house out here. There we go. That should be enough speed to get quite a bit of height. Or not, for some reason. Some reason, certain hits will allow you to really climb, while others don't seem to work that well. That was pretty good. And here we are at that giant Zeppelin. This is built by Frox, F-R-O-X. And come on, there we go. He's got a village with a really nice build style over here. And he has the mending books. He's got a villager that sells the mending books. So, I'm gonna fly back to spawn. This is about, well, let's see here. We're about 700 blocks out from spawn. Watts Ape's place, the first place we pass by, he's, I think, 1,500 blocks from spawn. And the Ocean Monument is, I think, 500 blocks, but in the opposite direction. So we've flown a good 2,000 blocks, perhaps even more. And, come on, another hit or two. There we go. It does help to have some points of reference while you're trying to climb. There we go. Past Purpur Palace that I built. And we'll come in for a landing. Back at spawn. Alrighty. See, I'm all covered with arrows. That's why a projectile projection armor would help. But my armor's been brought down a little bit. The bow has been too, but all of these have mending on them. So, it's just a little bit of work at a mob farm or XP farm, which we happen to have down here. So, I also recently showed off the Enderman farm that I built, and that's really great for getting XP and repairing stuff. But I will show this off. This is our skeleton farm. We got a spawner in there. Through the viewing window, and basically if we wait here in about a minute or so, skeletons will start falling, and you can they get damage down to half a heart, and you can punch them and get XP. And the great thing is they also drop loot, including enchanted bows, which these hoppers collect, and they will actually, we have a filter that sorts out the arrows and the bones, and everything else gets sent over to a little storage center. We also have a auto... I thought they had lava at one point. Oh, it has lava up ahead, up above, and then has water so the items don't burn. But basically, that won't get you bows. You actually have to kill the skeletons by hand. That will just get you bones and arrows. But you can see, it's not the quickest thing. It does take a little startup time because they have to get pushed in the flow. But you get a skeleton every 10 seconds or so, and you can just AFK for 15 minutes or so and get a bunch of skeletons, and then punch them all, and then collect the loot. And in our case, you see, here's all the filter mechanism. Arrows come over here, bones come over here, and everything else goes this way, all the way over to this little collection chest here. And this is... ooh, this is great. I will take some Unbreaking bows here. And we have a whole collection here, and we have a lot of bows. I think almost every one of these chests are filled. And basically, you, like I said, I just moved them down, didn't I? Don't have that much space in my inventory. Let's, oh. It's gonna drop off ender pearls, but, don't really have the room. Anyway, I have 42 levels right now, so we can take these two bows here, and that's 8. How is it if we switch them around? Also 8. But now we have an Unbreaking 3 bow, and we can also then look through our bows for hopefully a punch 2. And without power. You don't want power on this bow any level, because that will just damage you quicker. So you want to find a bow that either just has punch or 1 or 2, and you can then combine. Punch actually isn't that common on a... here's a... just a punch 1. That would be good, but it also has power on it. And again, it's uncommon to see a punch or a punch with maybe Unbreaking. Those would be good. What's even rarer is an infinity bow. You will rarely see an infinity bow. But I'll show you how to help that out. Let's just do a quick search through here. And no, it has power. The Unbreaking would have been fine. It's just that I don't want any power because I don't want to... Okay, that is even better. I will put this Unbreaking 3 back. Alright, so I found the bow that had Unbreaking 3. And also Punch 1. And I have this other Punch 1 bow. And that will cost 10. What happens if we reverse them? That costs 16. So let's put it back. It's always, I tend to find, it's this bow plus... whatever's on this bow is getting added to the first bow, and adding more enchantments costs more. So this is only adding 1 enchantment, so it's only 10 levels. That's great. I'm now down to 24. But we basically have half the bow done. We want infinity on it, and then we want mending. And both of those can be acquired in the same way, and hopefully... Ooh, someone had a creeper issue here. So that was 2 blocks wide last time I was through here. So, the way to get the infinity enchantment if you don't see it on a bow from a skeleton farm, and the only way to get mending is through trading with, through a book enchantment. And the easiest way to get book enchantments are through trading with villagers. So, it just so happens I built a trading center over here while the server was still running in 1.8. So there are no mending enchantments over here, but we do have a few villagers with the infinity. In fact, it's rather cheap. I'm going to take the raw chicken here. Okay, this is a raw chicken cooker here, and I've picked up raw chicken because that is one of the trades that works out really nice. We have some butcher villagers, and they have a good trade for raw chicken. Basically, this is a standard chicken cooker, but instead of having lava to cook the chickens, it's just water, so they drown and they drop, uncooked raw chicken and feathers. I don't have a sorter to pull out the feathers, but basically every so often just come back here, pull out the feathers, and we're good to go. So let's head over here. Actually, I should show real quickly, we have a villager breeder over here. They don't actually work. Well, it still works. What doesn't work is I had a pressure plate that was measuring how many villagers we have, and if we had more than, I think it was like 40, we pulled this guy away so no more breeding would occur. The problem is I don't think minecarts can pick them up due to the collision detection, so I haven't actually brought in any more villagers and got rid of old ones, so we don't have any with mending enchantments yet here. But like I said, Frox set up in his town a similar system. It's not the same breeder. It's definitely not the same trading room here. But he does have 2 villagers that have mending. So this is our trading hall. Any villagers with good trades, we put the sign what their trades are. We actually got rid of the button. I actually like to get rid of that button. But here you could have pressed the button. It would open this trapdoor, letting the villager slide down and away to be killed, and would also open the fence gate, and there's some villagers being pushed around in minecarts on top of the water that would slot down, and once basically they're sitting on a detector rail right now, which keeps the gate closed. So the fence gate would stay open until a new villager landed there. But we're going to need some emeralds, which we don't have at the moment. We just need... You're a leather worker. We need a butcher. We also... Oh, are they... No, blacks or blacksmith. We need the white... Here we go. Butcher. 14. And so we got 3 before he was done trading, but if we are lucky... No. I was going to say, if we were lucky, he would basically level up. Are you going to level up and get the purple little swirlies? You're not doing it. You're 16 chicken. Normally... Okay. And are you gonna... There. So that resets. That indicates they are reset. And if any of their trades got X'd out, they would be reset and you could do them again. Like I said, normally I have had good luck as long as you stop where they reset. If you come in with a bunch of chicken, I've had it where you can do it 6 or 7 times and then it will X out, but then just by backing away, they reset again. I got 7 emeralds. That's all we need because this guy right here sells infinity for 5. So, we need a book and 5 emeralds, and we will get an infinity book. And luckily, we should have all the materials down here. I said we should have... I should have prepared. But basically, we have paper. I don't have leather. I don't have leather. But you can craft a book, then pay him 5 emeralds. He'll get you the infinity book. And then you come down here, take our bow and the infinity book, and it will be 10 levels or so to get infinity on here. And then you basically do the same thing with Mending. I don't have a Mending villager here, and I actually don't have a nether portal here, which I probably should have built, but we'll just head over here and let's eat some food. And just head over here to my 64-track minecart station, of which we're using less than a quarter of them. But that's okay, because the station has a portal. And I'll quickly just head over to Frox's village. Oh, someone's rearranged this. And we can just follow this wood path. Now, I believe the Mending is 14 or 15 emeralds. So we'll need to do some more trading to get that. Another good thing to trade besides the raw chicken is paper. The librarians will take, usually it's a half stack of paper, but if you build yourself a sugarcane farm, reed farm, paper farm, whatever you want to call it, it's relatively easy to get a lot of paper. So here we are. I'm not really sure how his design works, but he has these guys getting food, and those are the doors for the village for the breeder, and somehow he gets there's one stuck. He gets his villagers to come up, and basically the zombies chase the villagers, and the villagers think they can get out this way, but as soon as they step on the pressure plate, the trapdoors move up, and they can no longer get out. We got Frostwalker, and that's sharpness. Flame. Was it you? Fire aspect. Oh, you're not even. Is it? It's the guy at the end. I think maybe. Silk touch. Silk touch, and you're the Mending guy, and you don't want to trade right now. So basically, you just have to do a few other trades with this guy and get him to level up, or whatever it is actually called, become willing again, and you can get the Mending for relatively cheap. I mean, it was 14 for Mending, and it's 5 for Infinity, so that doesn't actually take much trading as long as the villagers are willing. And there was the Zeppelin we flew over before, and big knight statue, and really nice looking buildings. I wish I could build things that look this detailed and nice. I'm more of the technical redstone guy. Yeah, so you can gather up the reeds here and do some trading and get yourself a nice bow that is perfect for flying as far as you want. And all you have to do is occasionally go and use an XP farm to get everything repaired. So, that's it for this episode. And, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.